Director here. We have a special event today, a special partnership with us. We have Marie Harvey, who's with us from the Montgomery County Business Center, who's a business liaison, who's going to talk to us about the Montgomery County Business Center. Important logistical note, this meeting is being recorded, so if you do not want your profile on video, please turn off your camera at this point. I'm not going to talk too much other than just we're really excited to have this opportunity. One of the programming areas with the Ignite Hub is business and entrepreneurship. So this is some of our programming that we're bringing to our guests of what are resources that are available in Montgomery County. And then we also have one of my colleagues, Alejandra Isa, who is here to talk about different business programs offerings as well that are available at the college. And she will talk with us a little bit later about the offerings that we have there. So welcome everybody. Welcome to everybody who's online. Welcome to some of our guests that are in the hub. We know hopefully some people will be trickling in more. So if you see activity behind us, that's what that is. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to Marie.
There we go. Can you hear me okay?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Right. Before I get started, I have a teammate, Nadia Clute, who's online. She'll be answering some questions online. So if you put questions in the chat, that's perfect. If you turn on your mics and you ask questions, that's perfect also. So we can get started. Oops, let me go here. So we are part of the Montgomery County Business Center out of the county executive's office. So the business center is not actually a center where you come to. It is kind of the center of your business needs. You're the center of how do we help you with whatever your needs are, the center of helping you find solutions to your problems and walking alongside you. So the business center, we help businesses of all sizes start, grow, and stay in the county. So our team, while we work with any business, we're really focused on retail, restaurant, and service businesses, having to help them navigate licensing, permitting, procurement, and other issues. And so we're really trying to help you get connected to resources, workforce assistance, promotion, funding, whatever your question is, we're here to help. So we're not actually a center where you come and find us, we find you. So our center is kind of broken out into different teams. We have the Innovation Network, we have business support, and we have admin and funding. So the Innovation Network, we have 3 innovation centers, which are incubators. We have one in Germantown, one in Rockville, and one in Silver Spring. And so the Germantown one is really focused on office space, but then they have laboratory space where there's wet labs and you have access to Montgomery College's biotech offices or biotech labs. And then Rockville, they are focused on high tech, med tech and high tech industries for office space. And then Silver Spring, they're open to anyone. So if you're interested, if you're a business who's looking to have small office space or get started and not work out of your home, potentially one of our incubator spaces will be good for you. We also have our business support side, which is broken out into our small business navigator, which is Nadia Clute, who's online with us. And so her job is to really identify and reduce challenges between departments and figuring out where the stop gaps are for you as a business owner, kind of moving through our county system. And then we also make recommendations to council. So Nadia will bring that up to council when we have recommendations to make. And then there's the business liaisons, which I am, when we currently have 3 business liaisons. I'm one, Patrice, and Daniel currently, and we're also hiring for more because our goal is to have one regional or one business liaison in every region of the county. So we do assistance and outreach to businesses. We'll go out and do preemptive outreach. We'll go to your business, figure out what your needs are, see how we can help, introduce ourselves. But then we also just do assistance where you call us and you have an issue and we try to help you solve that problem. And then lastly, in the business center, we have admin and funding. And so those are our contract administrators. That's Doressa and Stephanie, where they're focused on targeted funding programs that we have through the county that we take care of. So business outreach. this is where we meet the businesses where you are. We come out, we go everywhere in the county to meet with our businesses and see what your needs are. Like I said, introduce ourselves. It's regionally focused. And so while we support all businesses all over the county, we are kind of attached to different regions. So my region is East County. Patrice would be focused on Mid County, Daniel in Silver Spring. And then, like I said, we're hiring to get more people to be able to have one business liaison assigned to each region while we serve the entire county. So our goal with outreach, we want to share our resources and all the different opportunities in the county. We want to make sure you as business owners understand what's going on, understand how you can get connected, understand about grant programs or different opportunities. And then we also want to identify challenges. We are a really good place for your concerns. Like I said, we want to hear your voice and take your issues up to council, make recommendations, make changes in the county so things run smoothly for you all. We are customer focused in our delivery. So the county really has a no wrong door policy. You come to us with whatever your issue is, we're going to try to figure out the issue, figure out the answer for you. We're very responsive. So if you, whether you email us or we stop in and see you during outreach, or you write us on our website, we're going to respond to you within 2 business days. So we want our focus to be on you. We understand that you're busy. We understand that you're doing work and you don't have time is money when it comes to your business. So we want to make sure that we are respectful of your time. So we're really responsive. And then we have client management throughout the entire process. We will walk alongside you. We will connect you to resources that they will also walk alongside you. We want to know when you get started. We want to know when you have issues. And then we want to celebrate with you when you're done and you have gotten to where you want to be. And so our primary focus is really county navigation, really understanding how to navigate the county system. Clicker not working. Thank you. We're also building a resource library and navigating how things work in the county. So we want to strengthen the support that we have in the county. And so every time we meet with you all, we're building that library to make sure we have consistent responses. How many times have you called somewhere and one person says, oh, you do this, and then you call back and they're like, oh, you're not supposed to do that. So we want to make sure we have consistent responses overall to make sure we're serving you, whether you speak to Patrice, Nadia, Daniel, or me, or anyone on our team. We want to make sure we're giving you the same answer so we're not wasting your time, not wasting your money. We want to identify bottlenecks and challenges, right? We've mentioned that we're going to, whether you're dealing with DPS or one of the other departments in the county, we want to make sure that there's no bottleneck that we don't know about that we want to smooth out for you. And then we want to reduce bureaucratic friction. Yes, we're in county government, but we're not politics. We're not involved with that. We don't need bureaucracy. We want to reduce that friction for you as a business owner so you can do your thing. This is taken directly from our website, and our website is a wealth of information. So our Business Center website, you can find it at montgomerycountymd.gov/business. And so when you go to our website, we have resources, we have checklists, we have all kinds of information for you to look at and for you to get what you want. And so right here, as you can see, there are different sections, main sections of our website. Whether you're interested in licensing and permitting and all the different registrations, you click on there and it'll outline for you the different things that require a permit or require a license. If you're interested in business funding or initiatives, if you're interested in law, if you're a small minority, women-owned, veteran-owned, disabled-owned business, there's information for you there on our website as well. So again, our website is montgomerycountymd.gov/business. Wealth of information. And then we also have programs. Now, let me be clear, the county does not have a pot of money to give you, but we do have business resource partners that the county funds to be able to support you as a business. And so one of our really great programs is the MOVE program. Make office vacancy extinct. So the MOVE program, we're trying to get rid of vacant offices in the county. So there's a funding program if you're trying to move into new office space. If you're a new business, you may have been working in the county for a while as a home-based business, but you didn't have a commercial lease. So if you are a home-based business or a new business or relocating to the county, this program is really great because as you're signing that first lease, you don't have to rush. Within 90 days of signing that lease, then we can give you this move opportunity. It's funded through the county, but it's the initial review is done by MCEDC, which is Montgomery County Economic Development Center. So they review and then they send it over to finance for approval. And then we, Duresso or Stephanie, or Duressa actually, he's over that program. And that's where we do the funding. So it's a great opportunity. If you're looking for Class A or Class B commercial space, then you get $8 a square foot or up to 20,000 square feet, as you can see, or up to $80,000. So if you're relocating, this is a great way to kind of relocate to the county, or if you're moving from your garage that's now full and you need other office space, or you're just new to the county, this is really good. But reading the fine print though, this doesn't include retail or restaurant or independent financial or insurance institutions. It doesn't, I'm not sure about warehouse space. We'd have to look into that. But it does cover Class A, Class B, commercial leases. So MOVE program is really great funding to be able to help you kind of get in and get set in the county along with those incubator spaces. Aside from that grant, we also have loan opportunities that we fund through the county through different organizations. And so one of them is Life Asset. Life Asset, they offer microloans anywhere from $500 to $10,000. And so most of the time, Duressa says that, it's around $2,900, most of the loans right now, but you can get up to $10,000. And one of the cool things about Life Asset is they have a group kind of support model where you're with other 3 to 5 other entrepreneurs within the same field. So it kind of builds in that support and accountability system. And because of that group orientation, you don't have to have you don't have to have that backing, that financial backing or great credit or something like that. That's what allows you to be able to get these loans because of that group association. So Life Asset from $5,000 to $10,000. And then there's also LEDC, which is the Latino Economic Development Center. And you don't have to be Latino to work with them. They offer loans from $500 up to $250,000. And so they have different requirements. You would have to get connected with them. We do suggest that you speak to your own financial institution just in case, but when you're starting out and you're a new business, sometimes you don't have those credentials and you don't have credit yet. And so LEDC Life Asset is a great resource for businesses that are really just getting started, don't have the greatest credit. I just recently worked with a business owner who over COVID ran into some financial issues, had to use credit cards and move things just to stay afloat during COVID. And he is on track to get $250,000 from LEDC. I'm super excited about it for him. So hopefully that's coming through soon. That's going to help with payroll or getting you equipment or whatever your needs are. We can have that conversation with LEDC and they can support you. And if you're a female or a woman-owned business, they also have small loans from $500 to like $2,500 at 0% interest. If you're a female business owner, just to help you get started. Larger amounts are available, but at lower interest rates. So that's just something to think about. So we have the MOVE program as a grant, and then we have Life Asset and LEDC as microloan support, financial support for you. So that's pretty much the business center. Again, the business center, Montgomery County Business Center, is not a place that you come. It is a place that you get support, the center of your workforce support needs. And so you can contact us in many different ways. So you can go to our website, montgomerycountymd.gov/business. On our website, there's a spot that says, how can we help? You just put in the information there and one of our business liaisons will get in touch with you within 2 business days. Again, I said we're super responsive. So montgomerycountymd.gov/business. If you're interested in incubators, you can go to incubator@montgomerycountymd.gov, or you can just email us at the Business Center at montgomerycountymd.gov. If you email us or if you go to our website, we will direct you to either incubators or one of our business liaisons will get in touch with you if you need anything at all. So, how can we help? Any questions? Any questions? I can't see them if there are.
I have a question.
Yes.
Could you explain, kind of explain a little bit the difference between the work of the business center and the incubator? What goes on in those two sections, two areas?
Well, good question. The incubators, while if you are part of the incubator system, you still get support with business advice. You get connection to resources that may be legal, that may be looking for commercial space and just working with you to get into the system. However, the business center, again, we're not a location. The centers, the innovation centers, Silver Spring, Germantown, and Rockville are actual office space. And so as a business, if you need office space to go and like get out of your house and have a address and be a professional in an office space, those are the incubator spaces. You still get the same support that we would give you through the business center, but you have an actual office space around other businesses or an actual space for you. So again, Germantown has wet labs and connection to biotech within Montgomery College. If you're that kind of business and you're interested in lab work or life sciences or something like that, Germantown is going to be the incubator space to have your business located in. Rockville, if you're into med tech or high tech industries, Rockville is going to be the business space and office address for your business if you're in our incubator program. The rent is nominal. There is rent. It's not free. There is rent cost, but it's likely not as high as out there dealing with other landlords. And it's, so you kind of get in based on your space needs. They'll look at it. Richard and Alicia are our incubator team. And like I said, we're currently hiring. We want more people, but they can help you get into the right space that you're looking for. And then also they'll deal with your lease and all of that to get you started. So it is not free. There is a cost for it, but it's a good rate. And then you have that support built in with the incubators. And then there's also us, Business Center, where we will help you figure out whatever those challenges are and navigate the county system.
There a time like restriction?
Time restriction to be in the incubator space? No, it really depends on your business growth. We're looking to help the businesses grow and outgrow the incubator space. And so we'll have graduation when it's time for folks to leave and move on to other spaces. And so there's no real time, there's no timeline that I know about, but Richard and Alicia can talk more about that. But we've had businesses in the incubator for over a year, 2 years, some less, depending on their growth. We really just want to support and nurture whatever the business is in whatever field they are until they're ready to go out on their own. So good question. Are there other questions?
This is Kimberly. I'll step over here I have 2 questions.
Mhm.
One is about, you mentioned graduations.
Mhm.
So how does the business center build community among entrepreneurs in the county?
Good question too. The incubators, like I said, they have graduation. They're obviously in those spaces together, whether they're in one of the 3 locations and they're connected with each other. In terms of business here, we've had ideas. Thank you for coming
Yeah.
near me. We've had ideas about creating like a group where entrepreneurs can talk to each other. And so we're still talking through some of that to build this community where they can kind of give each other advice and talk. So that's one thing that we're thinking about. Right now, we go out to where they are. We have the Amber Group. That's one of the things that we fund through the Black Collective. And so the Amber Group right there, they have all these businesses together. They also have graduation and they're connected as cohorts that we oversee. And then as our businesses come in, we check in. We make sure that they're connected to the chambers and they're connected to whether it's Maryland Chamber or the different chambers located in their area, the Black Chamber or whatever it is, different organizations. We want to get them connected that way. We keep them informed with whatever comes up, you know. So if there's information happening or you're doing things here at the hub, we're sending them that information to make sure that they're connected to you all and all of our resources. So that's how we try to get them connected with each other until we have that group. But right now, that's what we're doing. One more question. Okay.
My other, sorry, I'm getting used to this microphone here. The other question that I have is, within the last 6 months, what would you say are the trends or questions that you're seeing from businesses in the county, and what's their main type of support that they're looking for?
Let's see. I'm going to take a stab at this, and then Nadia may have something to add. But I would say, from my perspective, two things. If it is a business opening up a brick and mortar, they're figuring out the systems with DPS because they have to get permitting, they have to get electrical, they have to deal with WSSC, they have to, like, there's so many different parts to it. I think one of the things is realizing or helping businesses understand, contact us first before you find a location. Because the worst thing that can happen is you've had this dream location that you're excited. Like right now, I have someone that wants to open a pet crematorium. Yes, that's what I said. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. However, you have to be in a specific zone to do that, right? You have to be an IH zone. And so if he goes out and buys something next door to you, he's not going to be able to do that. Right. And so you have to make sure you understand the zoning first before you find something, buy something, put out money, and then you can't do what you want to do. Yeah. So that's the first thing. So dealing with DPS, understanding the systems there, understanding their process, the different permits that you have to get, and zoning. That would be the first thing, really understanding that system. We're actually working with DPS right now to build a small business guide. We're having businesses come in, give their feedback during forums, just so we can hear from them, right? We don't want people in the office saying, oh, this is how it should go, when a business owner is like, no, that's not smooth. And so we're really talking to businesses. We're connecting them to DPS right now to be able to have that information. So that's the first thing, understanding DPS. And then I would say navigating like social media and how does this connect to your business and how you can do marketing, just understanding how to do that. Oh, wait, three things. It's something else just came to mind. Yeah. So social media and using social media to build your business. I think that's a great opportunity. And then procurement. There are people who want to contract with the government, whether that's state or county, and understanding our procurement system. Yeah. How do you get connected as a MBE or a minority business, and then, or a small business enterprise, and then how do you get those contracts? How do you bid for them? How do you become a subcontractor? All of those things, I think from my perspective and what I've seen, it's a lot of information about procurement, social media, and marketing and advertising support, and DPS in like building that system. I do get the random pet crematorium or mobile phlebotomist or something else. It's all these interesting things, which is really cool. These business owners have such great ideas. And I think it's helpful when you get started to know, like, this is what you need to do. We often have people that write into our website that are like, I have this great idea. What do I do? How do I get started? Oh. And so we are there to be able to say, hey, do you have a business license yet? Are you selling something? You need a license. If you are selling something, this is how you get a business license. If you're doing a service business, you don't need a business license. Yeah. And so we want to be able to talk through that process. Here are all your steps. Let me guide the way. You're welcome.
Nadia, did you have anything that you wanted to add?
Well, what I will say is, so a lot of the businesses that do reach out to us through the business center have to do with, they are starting up and they are looking for what resources the county has to offer. So we provide them guidance and connections. We go from how to register your business to, hey, you might need to get connected with the Women's Business Center so that they can help you develop a business plan, do market research. I think a lot of it has to do with that outside of the usual, hey, I need assistance when it comes to a license, a permit. But we are also getting involved when business owners are running into issues with on how to obtain a license, a permit. Maybe they feel like their permit is taking a little bit too long. So that's something that we're also working with departments to identify what might be happening with that specific business. So we want to be that first door to all businesses. That is the biggest thing, so that they can take advantage. And kind of how I typically present it is we're kind of like that triage in the emergency room. So that's your first stop. We check all your symptoms, we see how you're doing, and kind of we tell you, okay, this is, then we transfer you to the doctor and said, okay, this is kind of like the game plan, this is what you need to do. And we're there to hold your hand. There are businesses that come to us that just want that one-off assistance, but there are businesses that are constantly coming back. Like, every other way we will hear from them. Like we were, in both scenarios too.
Yeah. I think we don't want, time is money when it comes to business.
Yeah.
And we don't want you to get started and then run into a situation where these things aren't done. Then now that has cost you money.
Right.
Like I have a business who have been paying rent for a year, but they're not open yet
Wow.
because things didn't happen the way it should have, or permit and took longer than they thought it was going to. And so we want to be able to kind of support you in those issues or with those things ahead of time, so you don't run into so much, so you're not spending so much money. So like Nadia said, we're triage. We're that first center of what do you need to do? How do you need to do it? And just navigating those systems so you don't run into bigger issues down the line that we can try to help to support.
Excellent. Okay, hold that thought.
Okay.
This might
Mhm.
Thank you for answering those questions. I also want to acknowledge that my colleague here, Alejandra, is on the line because the college also has amazing resources for businesses as well. And Alejandra is over those programs. So I'm going to turn the mic over to her. Hi, Alejandra.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. I'm so glad you're here. There is a question in the chat, but I'd like for you to go ahead and tell us about the programs, and then I'll circle back to that question.
So we have a few programs that we can offer. One of the programs that we have and is very popular right now is a real estate program. So if people is trying to look for a license, they can take the classes for us, and we guide them through there. We also have a small business, entrepreneur, hospitality, that our area is growing and growing in restaurants and hospitality services. So that is getting big too. We also have the Hispanic Business Institute, where we have the classes in Spanish. So we have from electricity to also hospitality, some QuickBooks, computer classes in Spanish. So if you have somebody that needs to capacitate and take classes in Spanish, send them our way too. I am so glad that Nadia and Mary are here, because I've been sending, since we have the small business, we have many people that come with us and take one of the classes that is social media for entrepreneurs. So they're constantly asking questions about how can get this permit or where to go. So I usually send them to you. I send the website and I always send the link. So hopefully they're getting help, because they don't come back. So I think they do get help with you guys. So I'm so glad you're here. So any questions, if you have about the classes, please send us an email. Or you can also find us at Montgomery College. If you go to the website and you want to know about the Hispanic Business Institute, you can put in English or Spanish. You will find us real estate, small business, entrepreneur, and hospitality. Just make sure that you put WDCE, which means workforce development and continuing education. That's us, because they also, Montgomery College also have hospitality in the credit section, which is much bigger than us. So you have those two options. Okay.
Thank you, Alejandra. A question for you.
Okay.
Where are we with registration? Like, what classes are available right now if a business was wanting to sign up?
So we have part of the business, we have like home improvement and home inspection. Many people that is trying to open their own constructor business. So we have a home the preparation for the to get the license for home improvement. We have it in April. So that registration is open. One of the classes just ended. We also have I'm seeing for the spring, we're almost done actually. I see we have financing your startup small business that also starts in April. So right now we will have to have the wait for the classes in the summer because most of the classes for spring have already started. So we have a few in April that they can register. If not, in April will be also open registration for summer. For us, our summer starts in May, so it's not really that far away.
Thank you. That was going to be my next question of when does registration open for the summertime? And there you have so many programs.
I do.
Yeah.
Usually it starts the last week of March. It's customer service, the one that sent us the note, but I believe it will be probably the last week of March or first week of April that they can start registering. It's usually the end of March.
Thank you. Okay, so here's the question. And then thank you, Alejandra, for putting the information about how people can get in contact with you to sign up about the different classes that you offer. There was, maybe Nadia answered it, but I'm just going to facilitate the conversation. So one of our guests said regarding the incubators, you mentioned Germantown and Rockville. Where is the third incubator location? And Nadia answered saying the third incubator is in Silver Spring. So that question was answered.
Actually, can I add something about that? Montgomery College is opening a new facility, a new building in the East County, which we are having a class. So it's coming in April, I believe. So we will also have, in my case, I will have some of the Hispanic Business Institute classes there, electricity. So we are getting a beautiful big electricity lab to get, to work. Electricians, usually when they take our classes, they end up working pretty fast.
Excellent. You literally lit up when you talked about this.
I'm so happy about it. It's a lot of work, but I am very, very happy about the building and the lab that Montgomery College is allowing us to have. It's amazing.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Alejandra, for coming on and talking to us about your programs and how, in addition to the Resource Center, the Business Center, what the college has to offer. And I'm just going to point out what's really amazing and what I love about Montgomery County is that we are connected with the services. So as you said, Alejandra, you have the classes, but you're also able to refer our residents and our business owners to the opportunities that are in the county. So we are all that safety net or support net to guide people to the right places. And I'm sure that the Business Center as well will also refer potential businesses to courses that the college might have that are of interest as well. So that's what I love about working in Montgomery County is we are connected and we all really are passionate about helping people with that. So we've heard from the Business Center. We've heard from Alejandra here at the college. I don't see any other questions in the chat. So what I'd like to do is let all of you know this is recorded, so we'll put it on our YouTube channel. This is a collaboration that we have with the Business Center. So we're actually going to offer another session, same presentation, same speakers, who are going to do the information in Espanol, in Spanish. So that's on March 7th. That is from 6 to 7 p.m. here at the Hub. And of course, it's hybrid, so it's online. So I want to make sure that we are making a plug for that as well. So thank you, everyone, for your time. Thank you for sharing that very valuable information. Before we leave, the Hub always likes to get feedback from our participants. So on the screen and in the chat, we have a QR code and a link to our evaluation survey. So if you can please take a moment, what did you think of this presentation? Did you like it? Would you like something else? And we will share this with our partners, with Nadia and Marie and Alejandra, so that we can continue to offer these types of workshops and information sessions for you. So thank you.